One of my favorite things about orientation is how you get to meet so many different people from all over the world. All of a sudden you're in this huge college community with thousands of people who you've never met before.
You're exposed to so many people outside of your major, outside of your dorm, and I definitely recommend taking advantage of those interactions. You never know when you're going to find these people again in classes or in clubs in the future.
The people who had the biggest impact on me at CMU were the friends that I actually made during orientation. They made me feel like I fit into the CMU community, and they taught me how to love myself, and they taught me how to love others.
My advice would be to come in open-minded, have an open mind about school, have an open mind about the people you're meeting. During my orientation, I felt like I was coming in pretty shy and I would be really overwhelmed, but I ended up enjoying a lot of it by pushing myself to go to things I thought I wouldn't enjoy so much.
My advice to first-year students is to challenge yourself. Challenge yourself to wake up early and go to those events that you might not otherwise have a chance to when school gets busy.
Make sure that you're on the right side of the street when you take the buses. Always call your parents and practice self-care.
You're going to be doing a lot of things and it might be overwhelming, but make sure to give yourself time and a chance to rest as well.
One thing I would say is college is a time for you to really work on self-discovery and self-improvement. I think a lot of people, when they get to college, they think, hey, I have to really fit in, but it's finally a place where you can really express who you are. And there's just so many clubs on campus and so many people that I think everyone will be able to find a group of friends or a community that accepts them and that they feel accepted in.
One advice I would give our students is, I know it sounds really easy, but it's actually really difficult, is be yourself. I think we spend our years prior to college just trying to fit in with friends, fit in with school, fit in with academics, and this is truly the first time that you get the opportunity to find yourself. And for family, I know it gets really hard not hearing back from your students every now and then, but we still love you, and we'll always love you even if we don't say it that well. So please trust us that we're going to make good decisions and also have a lot of fun in college.
I want people to feel like they made the right choice coming here to CMU. I want them to feel like they belong here and that they have a huge community of students, faculty, and staff all working together to help you succeed and to help you pursue your happiness here at Carnegie Mellon.
Good morning, class of 2027 plus, and welcome to Carnegie Mellon University. My name is Yuna Lee, and I'm one of the 7 head orientation counselors who have poured their all into developing the orientation program for our first year and transfer students. It is my pleasure to welcome everyone to this program, including faculty, staff, students, parents and families, and of course, our new students of the class of 2027 plus. Whether you're joining us here in the orientation tent or in a simulcast location across campus, or watching our live stream from a place across the country or world, we are thrilled to have you with us today. It is an honor to be representing our amazing team and family who you just saw from the opening video. We truly mean every piece of advice given to students, friends, and family, and are so happy that you are here. Speaking of happiness, every year the head orientation counselors choose a theme for the first year orientation program in hopes that you will embody it throughout your journey at Carnegie Mellon. This year we have chosen Pursue Your Happiness. It resonates with your autonomy to find your personalized path to happiness without letting anything else dictate your definition of it. If you noticed in the Orientation 2023 logo, Scotty is starting his own path, and whether bumpy or smooth, we hope he finds joy and community here at CMU. Pursue Your Happiness, also the state slogan for Pennsylvania, helps us all feel connected to the city of Pittsburgh as well. Your home away from home for the next several years. I've spent my entire college career in pursuit of happiness. I am an international student and an incoming first-year graduate student after being at CMU for my undergraduate program as well. During my undergraduate experience, it always felt like I was going through something, whether it was a really small conflict like being locked out of my first-year residence, or to a relatively massive issue like the global pandemic, where I was scared to be sent home to Korea amidst my first college spring break. As graduation neared, I worried that my challenges would define my college experience, overshadowing the joy and laughter I felt. But I'm here to tell you today that my mind and heart only remember the good parts. Will your college experience always be perfect? Absolutely not. Will it always be hard? Hopefully not. But what will last? Probably happiness, even if you might not feel like it in the moment. The orientation and residential education staff will support you in any way possible along your journey. So here is my message to you. Your path to happiness may be direct and straightforward, curvy, and even squiggly sometimes, with bumps, or be silky smooth. Sometimes you might even feel like you're driving in quicksand, but when you look back on the path that led you to where you are today, even the most dangerous journey may look endearing, and you might grow an appreciation for your own path. Thank you. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce President Farnham Johanian, a nationally recognized computer scientist, entrepreneur, public servant, and higher education leader. Dr. Johanian has led a huge impact here at Carnegie Mellon, especially for his passionate engagement of students and dedication to improving their experience on campus. He and his wife Tris are also proud parents of a CMU alumna. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Farnham Johanian.
Well, first of all, thank you, Yuna, for that introduction and for your leadership throughout the orientation. Let's hear it for Yuna. Well, good morning, everyone. Parents and family members, on behalf of the entire Carnegie Mellon University, I am thrilled to welcome you to CMU. To the class of 2027 plus, I have a question for you. Are you excited to be here? There are deans that are sitting here, they're shaking their head like, nah, just didn't quite cut it. I agree. All right. I'm going to ask this question again. To the class of 2027 plus, are you excited to be here? All right. Much better, much better. You are among the brightest and most exceptionally gifted stars of your generation. Congratulations on all the achievements that have led you to this moment. We should also celebrate the unyielding support of your families and friends. Class of 2027, would you please join me in thanking your parents and loved ones for their support and encouragement over the years. Now to the parents. First of all, thank you for entrusting us with your students' education at this pivotal time in their lives. It feels like only yesterday that my wife Tris and I were just sitting right here where you are now. We were filled with excitement and, yes, worry. We're also so delighted to welcome you to our Tartan family. By the way, I know you're a little nervous. I spoke with a few of you earlier this morning. Trust me, everything is going to be just fine. But, you know, this little anxiety that you're feeling is totally normal, and your kids are going to be just fine. At this point, I'm very pleased to introduce our Provost and Chief Academic Officer, Jim Garrett. You're going to hear from Jim in a moment. Jim and his wife, Ruth Ann, are proud CMU alumni as well as CMU parents. Jim and Ruth Ann, would you please stand to be recognized? I'm also excited to introduce to you the university's exceptional team of academic and administrative leaders. University deans, vice provosts, associate vice presidents, members of the executive team. Would you all please stand to be recognized as a group? Here they are, right up front. And then there is our residential educational staff, led by Tara Monroe, who works alongside our volunteer orientation teams that's led by Lauren Moran. Lauren is our Associate Dean for Student Affairs and Director of First Year Orientation and Family Engagement. She and her team have been looking forward to this day and planning for it. So thank you, Tara and Lauren and the entire team for all of your work. But a special shout out to our 7 outstanding head orientation counselors. They're right here up front. I'm going to call them one by one, and I want them to stand up. Pranati, stand right there. Abby, Kevin, Yuna, Isha, Charlotte, and Sean. Here they are. Thank you all for your leadership. To the class of 2027, for each of you, today follows many years of preparation and fulfills your biggest dreams of spreading your wings. Students, you may be worrying a bit that you won't be able to spread your wings so freely because your parents may be calling you and texting you every single day, maybe even multiple times in a given day. But I wouldn't be so sure if I were you. The anxiety you see in their eyes today could really be a look of contemplation as they're thinking about how they're going to repurpose your room. No worries. While they're busy turning your old rooms into Airbnb rental or exercise room. By the way, I met some younger siblings and they're already planning to take over your rooms. But more seriously, you'll be doing something much cooler. You're going to get a world-class education and taking hold of your futures right here at CMU. Class of 2027, today you begin your college career and embark on an exciting journey. I can imagine you're all feeling pretty triumphant to have made it to this moment, and you should. The next 4 years or so will undoubtedly be some of the most transformative of your young lives. The education you'll receive here at CMU will give you every opportunity you can imagine to achieve your dreams. This is a particularly special class for Carnegie Mellon. Once again, we have one of the highest number of applicants in CMU's history. 33,707 students applied to join your class, with impressive applicants across all schools and colleges at CMU: science, engineering, business, humanities and social sciences, fine arts, and computer science. Demand for CMU has grown so much that in just 5 years, the number of applicants to CMU has risen by more than 40%. We admitted about only 11% of the 33,000 applicants to this class, the same as last year, which was also our most selective admit rate ever. And a record 45% of admitted students chose to enroll here. You're joining an exceptionally multicultural and multinational community at CMU, a true reflection of our interconnected world. Our 1,500 faculty members come from 55 diverse nations, and our 120,000 alum live and work in 149 countries around the globe. You're also a wonderful example of our diversity. Members of the class of 2027 are coming from 45 states across the United States, as well as Washington, D.C. and Puerto Rico, and from 36 nations around the world. And 14% are first-generation college students. None of this is by chance. A diverse and inclusive community is the foundation for excellence in learning, creativity, and human development. It doesn't matter if you're from New Jersey or New Delhi. CMU is proud to welcome you, and we will support you every step of the way. Each of you brings a unique outlook and a set of experiences that will enrich our community. So thank you for being here. You are here because of Carnegie Mellon's unwavering commitment to excellence and our reputation for relentless creativity. This environment has nurtured some of the most outstanding talent and produced remarkable innovations over the years. CMU is often recognized as the birthplace of AI. 13 members of our community have earned the Turing Award, which is the equivalent of a Nobel Prize for computer science. We've had 20 Nobel laureates as well. And we've produced groundbreaking artists, including 2 members of the original cast of Hamilton, and a screenwriter and director who won 2 Academy Awards for her film, Coda. But perhaps what makes CMU truly unique is the way we intertwine science and technology with social sciences, humanities, and the arts to create a rich interdisciplinary culture. This culture consistently delivers work that shapes our day-to-day lives, improves the human condition, and expands knowledge to benefit society. Our students, faculty, and alumni have deeply impacted our world by daring to ask the question, what if? The question of what if is so central to CMU that we made a commercial about it. So let's take a look.
What if we went further than anyone has gone before? What if we pioneered a new form of expression? What if we destroyed boundaries and reimagined collaboration? What if we asked the questions
no one has even imagined?
Copy. We received signal from the letter.
How cool is that? This commercial debuted on CBS during the national telecast of this year's Tony Awards, of which we're the exclusive university partner, and reached millions of people. So if you've come here to ask bold questions and make an impact, you have come to the right place. And you've come at a very exciting time. You know, the world is changing faster than ever before. And CMU is already playing a seminal role in creating, or I should say co-creating the future with partners across society. As you prepare for a constantly evolving future, it is clear you need a new and different kind of education compared to the education that your parents or grandparents received. Just think, many of the jobs that you will perform throughout your careers don't even exist today. If that scares you, it shouldn't. Why? Because you're here. At Carnegie Mellon, we will provide you with a strong foundation for a lifetime of success in our knowledge-based economy. We've pioneered interdisciplinary programs that meet the needs of society and the interests of today's students. We're also training our students in essential human skills. Skills such as critical thinking, problem solving, entrepreneurship, communication, and collaboration. These will only increase in value as automation and artificial intelligence extend into every facet of our modern society. Over the past several years, we've made significant investments in our academic infrastructure to support hands-on, high-impact, and interdisciplinary learning. These investments include a state-of-the-art engineering and maker quad, featuring Scaife Hall, which is opening for the first time ever this semester. The Tapper Quad, home of our business school, which also serves as a campus-wide hub for entrepreneurship and technology-enhanced learning. A new Hall of the Arts, which is enhancing the experience of our arts and humanities program. And in addition to all these new buildings, we completed a classroom and learning spaces renovation project, which has advanced technology-enabled teaching and learning, and hands-on learning in 100 spaces, 100 classrooms and learning spaces across our entire campus. And thanks to a historic grant to the university, we're building the Richard King Mellon Hall of Sciences and an automated cloud lab that is the first of its kind in the nation in an academic setting. Both the Hall of Sciences and the cloud lab will transform how science is conducted. But of course, Carnegie Mellon is more than just academics. We are a community dedicated to the personal and intellectual growth of our students. Supporting a holistic CMU experience is a deep-rooted priority for all of us. Our wonderful Dean of Students and Vice President of Student Affairs, Gina Castellino, will say a little bit more about this in just a few minutes. But especially over the past few years, we have significantly enhanced our ecosystem of support for students' well-being and success. Our work is guided by the idea that a healthy mind, body, and spirit is the foundation for lifelong success, both personally and professionally. Before I wrap up, let me share a little advice. First, for the parents and the loved ones who are here. As your young scholars evolve here at CMU, let your role change with them. Instead of being the problem solver, someone who offers support, try being, instead of being a problem solver, try serving as an advisor, someone who offers support while your student learns to solve problems for themselves. Stay engaged in your children's lives with the university. There are many opportunities for you to get involved through our parent and family engagement programming, local alumni chapters, and our Parents Leadership Program. Now, a couple of pieces of advice, 3 of them actually, for you, the students, as you begin your college career. First, don't be afraid to venture outside of your academic boundaries. Step outside of your comfort zone. Indulge in reading that's not required. Try something new. Volunteer at a local school or try something that you've never tried before. In a world that seems increasingly divided, seek out perspectives other than your own and look to build bridges of openness and understanding. When you step outside your comfort zone, you step into a world of heightened discovery and creativity. And you encounter options and opportunities that you didn't even know were possible. And that is the heart of CMU experience. Second piece of advice, focus on the present. A very wise person once said, one of life's ultimate luxuries is the power to choose how you spend your time. You may not realize it now, but in college, you have that luxury. Every day at CMU, you can choose to tap into the rich intellectual and cultural community that surrounds you. And you should. Third advice, and perhaps the most important one, take care of yourselves. It's been 3 years since COVID hit, and we have emerged as society wiser and stronger. We know that taking care of your mental health is an active and ongoing process. Pay attention to your mind, body, and spirit. Eat right, get a little exercise, trust your instincts, and be safe. Make time for yourself and lean on each other. This is one of the most profound ways in which you can act as a community and thrive as individuals. So to recap, venture widely, focus on the present, and take time to reflect and take care of yourselves and each other. If you take anything away from today's remarks, let it be this. You're not alone here. We're here for you, with you, and besides you. This is a community and you are our newest members. As a final comment and a shameless plug before I wrap up, I am on Instagram. By the way, this is also for the parents. So, by the way, you should follow social media, all the channels that CMU has. But I'm just going to put a plug in for my own Instagram. You can follow me at CMU Farnham. And while you're at it, follow all of Carnegie Mellon's main social channels too as well. And if you see me on campus, students do this all the time, you can stop me for a selfie. Class of 2027, if you can't tell already, we are so excited to have you here. So once again, welcome to the CMU community and enjoy this most wonderful chapter in your lives. Thank you again. Now let's hear from some of the members of our campus community who have their own encouraging words and advice to share with you.
Welcome to Carnegie Mellon. There's so much for you to look forward to at CMU, and today marks the beginning of this new journey. At Carnegie Mellon, students are given the opportunity to make their mark on campus, in the community, and across the globe.
We encourage you to explore your interests and passions, meet new people, and build relationships with other students, faculty, staff, and alumni, and fully engage in your academic and metacurricular experience.
I hope you will take a moment to think about all that you have accomplished to get here, and know that we are excited you chose CMU and excited to help you along the journey.
The first year of your college experiences is a major life transition that can invoke a range of emotions. We want to reassure you that these feelings are normal and that we are committed to supporting you in this transition and throughout your time at CMU.
These are the best, the brightest students in the world. They help each other. You know, I think one thing that I love about CMU is that students here and faculty and staff, they're collaborative.
At CMU, we strive for student and faculty relationships that encourage creativity and independent thinking. All of the faculty at CMU have a love for our field and a love for learning. We enjoy sharing our knowledge and encouraging open discussions in and outside the classroom.
So my advice for our students that are coming in is to take advantage of that. People here are part of the community. They want to help, they want to get to know you. They're here for you and your experience as Tartans.
For family members, take a minute to think about major transitions in your life. Starting a new job, moving to a new city, ending or starting a new relationship. Incoming first-year students are doing all of these things at once. They are moving to a new campus and for some, a new city or country. They are leaving significant relationships at home and are building new ones. They are learning in new ways and adjusting to a new academic environment.
CMU produces hard workers. I think they produce caring individuals, citizens who are going to be a part of making a difference. And not just here in the United States, but beyond.
And that starts with your first year on campus and the classes that you take and the organizations that you're involved in, and most importantly, the people that you meet, the community that you are a part of.
To be here at this particular time is the right time.
We recognize that transition to college is an adjustment for the entire family. Parents and family members can support their students' journey by asking questions, encouraging self-advocacy, and allowing for mistakes to happen. Ultimately, the best thing you can do for your student, you already know how to do. Love them, support them, and be there for them as they embark on this new journey.
Thank you, President Johanian, for your kind and inspiring words. At this time, I would love to invite Abigail Cunningham, Billy Holtz, and Solomon Onyuku onto the stage to perform True Colors. Abigail, Billy, and Solomon are all rising seniors studying music and are proud members of the orientation staff. Abigail is the head orientation counselor for Donna House. Billy is an orientation counselor also for Donna House. And Solomon is the community advisor for Mudge House. Their dedication and passion towards helping students transition into CMU is truly inspiring, and their music is beautiful. Please join me in welcoming our lovely performers.
Don't be discouraged, oh, I realize it's hard to take courage in a world full of people. You can't lose sight of it all, or the darkness inside you can make you feel so small. Don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful, like a
Thank you, Abigail, Billy, and Solomon, for your wonderful performance. It is now my pleasure to introduce Jim Garrett, who is Carnegie Mellon's Provost and Chief Academic Advisor. Prior to his appointment into this role in 2019, he served as a member of the CMU faculty for over 20 years before becoming Dean of the College of Engineering in 2013. Provost Garrett is a lifelong Tartan, having received his bachelor's, master's, and doctorate degrees in civil and environmental engineering from CMU. Please join me in welcoming Provost Jim Garrett to the podium.
First, before we start my comments, I do want to say that is an amazing act to follow. Billy's, Abby Solomon, thank you again. Let's give them another round of applause. That's really makes me very proud. Thank you, Yuna, for that kind introduction. And a big thank you to you and your orientation counselor team for the amazing work that you have put into preparing for this week's activities. I also extend my gratitude to our faculty and staff, as well as to our student community, for their ongoing support of this year's incoming first-year students. Let's give this team of people a big round of applause. As provost, and I'm often asked this question, my job is to oversee the academic affairs of this university and to define and implement the priorities that shape CMU's educational mission. In short, it is my job to make sure that your time in the classroom and on our campus is meaningful and productive. Along with my leadership team, I work with President Johanian, the deans, and faculty leaders to define, prioritize, and implement the academic programs and initiatives aligned with this mission. We strive to create a supportive and excellent educational experience for you at CMU. Drawing on CMU's expertise in the science of learning and the expertise of our academic leaders, our faculty will provide you with the world-class education that you expect at Carnegie Mellon University. We strive to provide an education that will serve you into the future through innovative curricula, technology-enhanced learning, modules to develop important competencies, and leadership education. You also have a chance to work alongside our thought-leading faculty to conduct groundbreaking research as undergraduates. This is something most students at other universities do not have the opportunity to do until the upper levels of their studies. You will find this hands-on approach to learning used throughout CMU's courses. In fact, you'll be expected to be an active participant in the co-construction of knowledge with your peers and your instructors. At CMU, you'll find our classroom environments are very collaborative. This may feel different than the high school classrooms that you were accustomed to, especially if you spent time in a virtual learning environment over the past several years. But we don't expect you to automatically know how to do all these things right away. At CMU, we believe all students should have the resources they need to find success in their academic studies, to graduate on time, and to embark on meaningful career paths. In addition to the support of your instructors, advisors, and classmates, please know that we have resources in place to help you as you begin to learn in new ways. There are spaces and opportunities on campus designed just for you to deepen your understanding of who you are as a learner, a communicator, and ultimately as a scholar. For example, the Student Academic Success Center provides academic coaching and tutoring, effective communication strategies, accommodations for students with disabilities, and language support for multilingual learners. And just as important, you will find endless ways to engage with your community outside of the classroom. Your health and well-being are a top priority, and they are as critical as anything you will learn in a textbook. So please, take care of yourself and take care of one another. There are many paths to success, and I'm excited for you to find your path to success as you begin your studies and your personal journey at Carnegie Mellon. I wish you all an amazing first week and first year, and I look forward to hearing how your journey unfolds. At this time, I would like to invite Una back to the podium. Thank you.
Thank you, Provost Garrett. And now, I'm pleased to introduce Lauren Moran, Associate Dean for Student Affairs and Director of First Year Orientation and Family Engagement. Lauren and her team are responsible for coordinating this week's First Year Orientation experience and today's Family Orientation program. Please join me in welcoming Lauren Moran to the podium.
Wow, it's amazing looking out at this crowd today. Thanks, Una. On behalf of the entire First Year Orientation and Family Engagement team, welcome to Carnegie Mellon. Over the next 7 days, you will experience an orientation like no other. The CMU First Year Orientation Program is a dynamic and engaging experience intentionally designed to help you build a foundation for academic success, community belonging, well-being, campus involvement, and Tartan pride. From educational sessions, social events, and campus traditions, like Community Collage and Carnegie Cup, there are numerous opportunities for first-year students to learn about campus resources and make connections with other first-year students, upper-class students, faculty, and staff. We hope that you will take full advantage of the orientation programming, or O-Week, as we like to call it, to learn more about what CMU has to offer. While the transition to college can perhaps feel overwhelming at times, we have a student team of 160 orientation counselors intentionally trained to support you throughout the orientation experience. These students are ready and willing to answer your questions, connect you with resources, and share tips and tricks that they've learned to navigate the college transition to Carnegie Mellon. You can identify these students by their vibrant house color shirts across campus. I would also like to take the opportunity to thank 2 individuals who have gone above and beyond to make orientation a great experience. Andrew Greenwald, Assistant Director of First Year Orientation and Family Engagement, and Kara Roth, Graduate Assistant for First Year Orientation, have put in countless hours in planning and coordinating the over 300 events that will occur over the next week. Thank you, Andrew and Kara, for all that you have done and will continue to do for our campus community. Not only are we thrilled to welcome you to CMU, but also to the city of Pittsburgh. Whether it's your first time here or you grew up in one of the city's 90 unique neighborhoods, your CMU experience is enriched by our location in the vibrant city of Pittsburgh. With numerous festivals, 3 world champion professional sports teams, national and local museums, city and county parks, events on the 3 rivers, and nationally recognized food scene, there's always something for you to do around town for students and families alike. As someone who was born and raised in the Burgh, I am excited to share with Yins all that the city has to offer. Here's just a small sample of what's in store for you.
The first time you see it, you don't forget. It's right there, Pittsburgh. Rising above the rivers, all 3 of them. It's a city built to defy expectations, the odds. And that's why it's such a perfect home for Carnegie Mellon. A city like a school, of tireless dreamers and restless visionaries. Good neighbors to have, all 90 neighborhoods worth. A place to call home and mean it. A place for hard work and a great meal. A good cheer and a good cry. But most of all, this city of startups and upstarts is ready to see what you have to bring, so it can help you bring it to the world. Your first time and every time. In the little quirks and big moves. You'll find every kind of opportunity in Pittsburgh. All you have to do now is make it yours.
I love that video. I get the chills every time I watch the coming through the Fort Pitt Tunnel and seeing that view. We really look forward to showcasing all that Pittsburgh has to offer, both during orientation week and throughout your first year at CMU. There are several opportunities to start exploring Pittsburgh this week and during orientation, including the evening college events at local museums, companies, and other local venues, hands-on service projects across the city during our orientation day of service, and participating in Pittsburgh Connections outdoor adventure experience like biking, hiking, and kayaking. So students, get out there, explore Pittsburgh, and enjoy your new home away from home. And now I would like to invite Una back to the podium.
Thank you, Lauren. I am now pleased to introduce Dean Gina Casalino, who oversees Carnegie Mellon's Division of Student Affairs, leading nearly 20 departments that engage students in every facet of their Carnegie Mellon education. She came to Carnegie Mellon in 2002 and has held a variety of leadership roles in her 21-year tenure before being named Vice President of Student Affairs and Dean of Students. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Dean Gina Casalino.
Thank you, Una, for your kind introduction. I am so pleased this day has arrived to add my welcome to the class of 2027 and to your families as we kick off this year's orientation program. I know that we have done a lot of clapping this morning in this tent, and I love the energy that that has brought as we celebrate this most momentous occasion. I want to pause and recognize the countless students and staff and community members who love Carnegie Mellon, who volunteered to help move you into your house communities yesterday. Can I ask for one more round of tartan applause for them? They were amazing. And at Carnegie Mellon, there is no shortage of amazing here at CMU and in Pittsburgh. You witnessed that on this stage. I am so grateful, Jim, that you got to follow our performers and that was not me. You've seen that in our performers and in the inspiring video, What If, and from our speakers here today. And I anticipate that all of you, like me, are so proud to be connected with Carnegie Mellon University. As lucky as you might be feeling to have chosen CMU, we are feeling just as fortunate that you chose us to be part of this special community. By every measure, the class of 2027 is just plain extraordinary. And we don't measure that by things just like numbers of your SAT or your GPAs in high school. Each one of you is here because we see in you the talent, the intellect, and the passion necessary to thrive in your chosen fields and in your communities. We also see that you have the leadership capacity and the commitment to your community to be the change makers that we need most to see a real impact in society. It's an exciting time for our students, the university, and for your families as you launch your college careers. And I know that I speak on behalf of all of the parents and families in this tent. It's a time filled with great anticipation too. And I want to pause in recognition of what a big transition this is for you, our students, and importantly for your families. We know it can be a bittersweet time, whether it's the first time through the drop-off to college experience, the last, or somewhere in between. There are so many questions that abound for everyone in this tent as you mark this momentous occasion. This summer's webinar series and the weekly Talking Tartan communications, along with all of the programs that we'll host today, have been carefully developed to help our families learn about this special community. From the academic home our students will make in their programs, to the caring community that will be forged with one another, to the many staff and faculty who abound and are here to support our students. Students, you just heard from Lauren about the full week ahead of events designed to help you transition to CMU and make the most of your college experience. Parents and families, today's programs will provide a window into the many resources and people at CMU who are here to partner with your student and with you to support their success and well-being. Please connect with us throughout the day's programs and know that we are here as a resource to your students and to you, while we join with one another to be their greatest champions for their student experience and their success. It's indeed an exciting time to be at CMU. You've heard that from President Jahanian and from Provost Garrett. In addition to the groundbreaking work that they've referenced that's happening in the classrooms and the studios and the labs, we have been making substantial investments in the student experience. Often when I get the pleasure to reconnect with our alumni all across the world, they fondly recount the lasting impact of the experiences that they had outside the formal curriculum. Whether it was learning communication and teamwork through building booth or racing buggy at Carnival, or expanding their worldview and exploring diversity through deep and meaningful conversations in their house communities, or cultivating a lifelong commitment to community service. We know that one of the benefits of a residential education is the learning that happens across all facets of the student experience to complement your academic studies. And in addition to the learning and the fun that we know happens in college, we also know that universities play a really important role in helping young people develop their mind, body, and spirit. You heard a little bit about this from President Jahanian. Carnegie Mellon is investing more than ever in the CMU experience through resources, programs that support the whole student. You heard from President Jahanian and saw some wonderful pictures about new buildings that have recently come online and new facilities that are going to open in your 4 years here at CMU. From brand new residence halls and neighborhood commons that create a place to call home and to build community, to the new Highmark Health, Wellness, and Athletics Center, a state-of-the-art and integrated facility that will open right over here this time next year to deliver health and well-being services and to support and cheer on our Tartan student athletes. We're making big moves to deliver on support for the holistic experience at CMU. And these facilities will allow us to double down on the programs, the resources and services that support student success, health, and well-being. And they'll also help you build your sense of belonging, connections, and community. I've been a proud member of the Tartan community for over 20 years. Provost Garrett and I realized the other day, if 3 more years from now, it'll be half as long as Provost Garrett was here. And I've got to say, in my 21 years here, there's never been a time as exciting as this one to be here at CMU. Again, I'm so pleased to add my warm welcome to your Carnegie Mellon journey. I can't wait to spend the next 4 years with you, the class of 2027. Welcome to Carnegie Mellon. And now we'll have Yuna close our program.
Thank you, Dean Castellino. In closing, again, we are so excited to share this week together during first year orientation. Carnegie Mellon truly was the first place that I belonged to and wanted to call home, which I do not say lightly as a student who grew up in 4 different countries. I hope orientation jumpstarts this journey of self-growth, love, and happiness for you as it did for me. Again, welcome class of 2027 plus. Let's have a great week.
And I said I'm feeling good, yeah. Nothing can change this mood. You can have the same thing too, yeah.